Hello, I'm Scott Mills. I'm here today with Lydia Bright and also Jenny, and we are talking about body image with Radio 1. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
So what's happened is we've all got phones here, and at some point, someone, we don't know who, is going to get a text, and then that'll be a question for you to ask somebody else here, okay?
I got to talk.
40% of teens reveal that their appearance was influenced by what they saw on social media, with 24% of people saying they were influenced by celebrities. Do you think it matters what happens on Instagram? Do you think people think that's real life?
I think young people especially, they do really get sucked into Instagram. People, Insta-famous people and also celebrities, don't they? I don't think it's a real true representation of majority of these people's lives. Like, I can vouch for myself, my Instagram isn't my 100% true life. Like, I'm not going to wake up in the morning and put a picture up of me on Instagram with the hair on top of my head, you know, still got eye bogies in my eyes, halitosis breath, like plaque on my teeth. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I always make myself like look glamorous, and then I'll put one up and be like, morning, that's not me in the morning. And it's not a true representation, but people do want to look their best on their social media, don't they? And I think that young people do get influenced, especially young girls especially, do get influenced by people that they see on social media.
This one says, can you tell us, have you ever done anything like to enhance your looks?
I think, yeah, over the years, I have felt like pressure to maybe do things that like everybody else has done. And I remember when I was really young as well, when I was 16, I went to my parents, I'm not even joking, no word of a lie, my 16th birthday, went up to my mum and dad, my poor dad, and went, Dad, I want a boob job.
Oh, wow.
And I really, really did want one. I was convinced that I really wanted to get my boobs done. Because
so what happened?
I think, well, my parents, obviously, at 16 years of age, they said, no way in a million years. And I just grew up and, you know, grew out of it. And then I think when you're younger, you feel like you have to fit in and be like everyone else. I think when you're younger, you never want like an unusual name. You never want to stand up too much. Like, you don't want boobs that are too big or too small, and you want to dress like everybody else. And then I think as you grow up, you kind of embrace who you are and your individuality. So I think that it's a really big message that we need to give out to young girls, that, you know, don't feel like you need to conform to what everyone else is doing, because as you like grow up, I think it becomes a lot cooler to be individual than it does to conform to what everyone else is doing.
Has being in the public eye changed your perception on body standards?
I think that I worry about it less now. I think I used to worry about it a lot more, and that's because when I first started at Radio 1, I was doing like some TV stuff, and it was my first time of being around pop stars, and you're around pop stars a lot, and pop stars are generally tiny, or they're really muscly, or they, you know, and I did feel the pressure there a lot more. But then once again, as we've just said, you kind of realise that that's not really that. I mean, it's achievable, but not sustainable. And I've had times where I've been like much bigger, and then I've really, really lost weight. So yeah, I've been very conscious of it. I'm not going to lie. And I still am, but I've chilled out a bit more about it now, because there's no, what's the point? You know, as long as you feel that you're, you know, being healthy enough and eating the right foods, then I think that like trying to maintain that or trying to strive for that all the time is actually a little bit tiring.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I was always like the person that I always cared, yeah, what everyone else thought of me, and I'm quite a sensitive person. If somebody doesn't like me, I was like it at school as well. If somebody didn't like me, like, it would really upset me. I'd be like, oh my gosh, they don't like me. But you can't please everybody, and not everyone's going to like you. And you know, I think that comes with age, and as you mature, don't you? You just tend to worry less about what everyone thinks and just care about what the people around you, the people that matter most, think about you. So I'd say that I'm very similar to you, and I think also, as well as that, I think it's made me love myself more and love who I am. I think just accepting you for who you are, and like don't feel like the need to be like everybody else, and don't feel the need to conform to what everyone else is doing. Just always be who you are. And I think that for me, I think that individuality and uniqueness is a lot more like cool and sexy than just trying to do what everyone else does.
I agree.
Yeah, it's weird though. You like, because obviously if you go out to those places in Essex, right? Everyone does kind of look the same.
Oh my gosh, completely.
It's like they followed some kind of like I don't know, it's like they've got like some book or some like how to look like someone from Essex on a night out.
Everyone has got a Bodycon dress and Boobs by Dr. Carver.
Right.
It's literally like you walk in and everyone has got it. And do you know what? Like,
not everyone, but like, you know, you go certain places, which I have been, and you're like,
certain
wow.
restaurants, yeah. And everyone, you walk in and you're like, oh my gosh. And yeah, and I think when you're younger, you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do this.
So that's kind of everyone following, that's like almost like sheep where they're all following the same look, where actually it's okay to be individual.
Yeah, I think it's better, you know. Why would you want to look like everyone else? Like, that's where, and I think that's, at the moment, like well, not at the moment, it's been going on for quite a while, but like the whole like Kardashian phase, isn't it? And everybody just seems to be like, you know, doing like all the contouring, getting their hair dyed really dark, and like all these people on Instagram like getting these tiny weeny noses that like look like they can't breathe out of them, and it's like everyone's just at this massive Kardashian phase, isn't it? And yeah, they're beautiful, like there's no denying it. Like yeah, they've probably had a lot of help along the way, but there's no denying that every single one of them is like incredibly beautiful. But everyone can't look like them, and everyone shouldn't want to look like them.
Well, no one's got the time or the money.
No, exactly.
I mean, what I find funny is, you know, there's these trends and then suddenly everyone starts looking like that, and then someone who before might have looked quite normal, they become a trend because it's different.
Yeah.
And I think what is important is to look in the mirror, as you said, embrace your individuality, because, you know, you shouldn't hate who you are. You should look in the mirror and be like, the reason I'm smiling is because I'm happy, not I shouldn't hate my smile because it's crooked, or you know, it's different and I should embrace that. And you should think, am I doing things for myself, for my own happiness, or am I doing it because I think people will think of me in a better light, which you shouldn't, because then you're becoming false and you're not going to be happy from that long-term result.
Really enjoyed this kind of honest chat, and I felt like we've all been pretty honest. So thank you, Jenny. Thank you very much, Lydia. You'll be hearing more of this all week on Radio 1, all about body image.
1.